Good afternoon, everyone. I see Ankita Magla, Secretary, Financial Reporting Review Board, extend a very warm welcome to all the technical reviewers attending today's webinar on the evaluation criteria for technical reviewers. At the outset, I would like to thank each one of you for your contribution to the board's objective. Your role as a technical reviewer is both significant and impactful as it lays the foundation for a robust review process of the board. In today's webinar, we have with us C. Vishal Doshi ji, Chairman FRRB, and C. Hansraj Chugh ji, Vice Chairman FRRB, under whose leadership and constant guidance the board has been achieving significant milestones. We extend a very warm welcome to both of you, sir. Now I request Vice Chairman FRRB, C. Hansraj Chugh, sir, to kindly address us and share his insight. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. At the outset, this review process or the evaluation criteria for technical reviewer, a brainchild of our chairman, CA Vishal Doshi ji. I'm really grateful and thankful to bringing out this kind of the newer ideas no, naturally with an understanding how to strengthen the board and bringing out the newer areas where innovation, newer thought, and many ways how the quality and the improvement can undertake with those thought process. Our chairman is always been proactive. Thanks to Vishal Bhai to bringing out these newer ideas and well supported by the secretariat headed by the Ankita Mangla also. Naturally, it's my proud privilege to welcome each one of you. I welcome each and everyone as a technical reviewer, those who have been joined us for this webinar on the evolution criteria for the technical reviewer. I welcome each one of you. First and foremost, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the critical role played by all of you. Naturally, if we talk about the three levels, the first level in the understanding how the financial statement and whatsoever the issues involved, where the role of the technical reviewer plays a very big role, and naturally preliminary review conducted by the technical reviewer are more than just a review in the assessment or the technical assessment of the financial statement, but that is a cornerstone in ensuring the financial statements are in the shape whatsoever is being presented with. It is transparent, it is accurate, and in compliance with the statutory requirement, whether it is the accounting standards or the Ind AS or the many ways it is as per the regulatory and the legal requirement of the in the system prevailing. And this today's webinar marks an important step in the board's ongoing commitment to strengthen the effectiveness of the review process. Naturally, if we talk about the technical side, we may all be well equipped in the better understanding by way of the our skill requisite skills we all possesses with, but many a time we have to look at the different stakeholders, whether it is the investor community, whether it is the government, different regulators. From their perspective also we have to understand what the role and responsibility of the technical reviewers are. The evaluation framework, which is a being introduced, aims to we'll be introducing it today, aims to recognize the valuable contribution of technical reviewers, enhancing the overall quality of the reviews and ensuring that we all are aligned with the objective of the board. Naturally, whether the technical reviewers, whether it is the groups or the board, has some kind of the objective and some kind of the responsibilities. And technical reviewers, once they starts the engagement on any process, so they find their responsibility lies with the ultimately the board's responsibility. So this initiative goes beyond performance assessment. It is a strategic steps towards cultivating a culture of consistency, accountability, and the continuous improvement. The rationale behind implementing this evaluation system is twofold. First, it is ensure that all the reviewers are consistently aligned with the standards of the board. Second, it will be served to highlight areas of the strength while identifying areas of the improvement in individual review also. This ensures that the feedback provided is constructive and the forward looking, enabling technical reviewers to refine their approach and achieve even higher levels of the accuracy and completeness in their future assignments. We all understands there always remains a room for the improvement, and naturally with the guidance or with the understanding wherever the gaps lies with, we always been eager to improve upon. With that process we have to understand with, uh, we all understand with, the board has a complete technical system, a portal by which the whole process has been undertaken with. Moreover, this evaluation is automated and seamless, integrated into our FRRB web portal. With this evaluation, we not only ensures the quality of the individual reviews, but also drives many things beyond the individual reviews, which ultimately gives to find out and to give to the objective of the board also. It is my firm belief that this initiative will be instrumental in further strengthening the quality and consistency of the review conducted by we all. As a technical reviewer, will continue to support the important role played by the technical reviewers. Lastly, I would like to thank you all for your hard work, dedication, commitment, and the support extended to the board over the years. With the introduction of this evaluation framework, we look forward to further strengthen our collaborative efforts towards enhancing the quality, consistency, and effectiveness of the review. And ultimately, what I can foresee from this process will be a step ahead. We will be a straight to the next level to bring out more into the transparency or more into the standardization of the review by the technical reviewers, and many ways will be guided by the this process whatsoever we the evaluation framework will be identifying with. The process will be taking it forward. So with this initial remarks or with these words, I welcome each one of you, each and every technical reviewer. I am really grateful and thankful to the chair, those who Vishal Bhai, who has always been proactive, who has always been a man with a greater ability, a person who understands how we can strengthen this board and bring out more effectiveness in the whole working system of the board. I'm really grateful and thankful to the secretariat also, our secretary Ankita Mangla and the entire team there in the secretariat. They are always been very consistently and with very sincerity and sensitively, she always take steps to bring out wherever the changes are being required with. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to you, Mangla. Ankita.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your gracious words. It really continues to inspire the board in its journey. So now I request Chairman FRRB, Sri Vishal Doshi ji, to kindly address and guide us with his thoughts and vision. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ankita ji, and a very good afternoon to all the participants, all the technical reviewers who have participated in this, and special thanks because we understand it is 22nd of September and all of you would be definitely battling the 30th September deadline for the tax audits, and in the midst of this, you have been able to attend this webinar. So highly grateful and thankful on behalf of the Vice Chairman Hansraj Bhai, the team Ankita ji, and my personal behalf also. Thanks for joining. Uh, well, friends, I'm pretty, I would say, privileged to have Hansraj Bhai as the Vice Chairman, who before me was the Chairman of the FRRB 2023-24, and therefore with that he brings in loads of experience to guide me in this FRRB chair. And definitely, this whole thought of having an evaluation criteria and objective criteria for the technical reviewers, he has extended full support and guidance in the matter. We have deliberated at length. I would say number of hours we have spent in coming out with this model of the objective criteria. So thanks to Hansraj Bhai, thanks to Ankita ji and the entire team who has worked tirelessly to, I would say, uh, see this day today when we are able to interact with you, and definitely going forward implement this whole objective criteria of evaluating the technical reviewers in the system. Friends, I am also very happy to share that recently we just concluded our 150th meeting of the Financial Report Review Board, which was a landmark milestone of the board, of the Financial Report Review Board as a regulator. And definitely this would not have been possible without your participation, your active support. And like Hansraj bhai mentioned, that in the three-tier process, yours is the base, the technical reviewers is the foundation on which the subsequent reviews and the decisions are taken. And therefore, as technical reviewers, you are an integral part of the FRRB. And definitely, my compliments to all of us on achieving this milestone of the 150th meeting of the Financial Report Review Board. Friends, I would just like to share an additional development, or I would say, since a year now, that as you are all aware that we had this have this practice of selecting cases on suo motu basis. To that, last year the board decided to add certain more criteria of selection of the cases for the purpose of review. Four additional criteria have been added, and they were factored in during the selection process for the financial year 25-26, which we typically do in the month of January 2025. And the four criteria are: one is highly levered companies, so where the company has substantial borrowings as compared to its capital and reserves. So highly levered companies is one of the criteria. Second is where there is a significant negative net worth that the company is going through or has it on its balance sheet, on its financials. So that is the second criteria that we have added. The third is the low audit fees. So the audit fees as a percentage of turnover, where it is relatively, or I would say pretty low, those companies we are selecting for a review. And the fourth is that those companies which have gone for IBC, that is under the resolution plans, and where before going for resolution plan in the immediately preceding financial year, the auditors have given an unmodified opinion on their financial statement. So these companies also we are selecting. So if you look at it, the overall criteria for selection that has been added, these four criteria, are typically to look at the audit quality or the quality of the audit reports that have been issued in case of some these typical companies where there are highly levered or negative net worth or non modification with respect to IBC, and also low audit fees. So these are the important developments which I thought that I should share with you. Presently, we have 200 plus technical reviewers, active technical reviewers that we would say on our panel, and each one of you is support for us when we go into the reviews. In fact, if we look at the statistics at the 150th meeting, or I would say till the last meeting, we had 1,295 financial statements that had been selected for review till date. So since the date of from incorporation of this board till date, we had almost 1,300 companies which have been selected for review, of which 1,030 were on suo motu basis and 265 are the special cases that have been selected for the purpose of review. So I would not take much time, but I would just like to share that why this objective criteria that we have tried to build in. And if you go through, once Ankita ji takes you through the details, the whole purpose is to optimize the work that is being done by the technical reviewers and in the whole system with by the financial report review groups and finally by the board. Over a period of time, we have seen technical review reports that come where they have missed out on certain important observations that were there, or there are a large number of observations which may not be so significant, so material, but then they are still given as part of the report. And all this ultimately takes a lot of time of the in the whole system of the group and the board and the office, and which again significantly, I would say, reduces the number of reviews that we plan to carry every year, because of the work that is done as a technical reviewer and the work that is done after the report of the technical reviewer is received. So we thought that this is the time that we need to optimize, because if the TRs give the optimum output, then that would save a lot of time subsequently by the groups and by the board in the final decision making, and it would speed up the process, and we are able to take more financial statements for review than what is presently being done. And also to ensure that the TRs who are spending the sufficient amount of time giving us good quality are adequately recognized by having a higher score as part of the marking pattern. So this is the objective that with which we are bringing this criteria of evaluating the technical reviewers. And we hope that we would be able to work together, we would be able to contribute collectively towards these efforts of the ICI as a regulator in the Financial Report Review Board. So with that, once again, I welcome you all to this webinar. And I would also especially thank Ankita ji and the entire team who has worked very hard in developing this criteria based on their past experiences with the technical reviewer reports that have been received, and ensuring that we are able to overall improve the system by which we are able to optimize the efforts of everyone. And definitely special thanks to my senior chairman, I would say, Hansraj Bhai, who has always been there for his guidance and support. Thank you very much. Back to you, Ankita ji.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Your vision, commitment, and leadership have always been constant source of learning and motivation for all of us. So now moving on to the session. First of all, I would like to quickly brief about the FRRB for new technical reviewers. So I would like to say that the board reviews the general purpose financial statement of various enterprises with a view to determine the compliances with the generally accepted accounting principles, auditing principles, disclosure requirements applicable to the entity, and the reporting obligations of the auditor. And for this, the board follow a three-tier review mechanism. And for conducting the review, that is stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So stage 1 is the preliminary review by independent technical reviewers that we call TRs. Stage 2 is review by a financial reporting review group called FRRG, which comprises 4 to 5 experienced chartered accountants with in-depth expertise in accounting and auditing. They review the preliminary review report of TR as well as they conduct independent review of each case. And the stage 3 is the final review of FRRG's report by the office and the board. Now come to the decision part. Based on the review, if the board noted that there is a material serious non-compliance affecting the true and fair view of the financial statements, it refers the case to Director Discipline of the Institute for further investigation against the auditor and concerned regulator to take necessary action against the management like Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Security and Exchange Board of India in case of listed enterprises, to RBI for the bank or NBFC, and for insurance company, those are referred to IRDA. However, in cases where the board noted that the non-compliances are not material and do not affect the true and fair view of the financial statements, it brings such non-compliances to the attention of the concerned auditor as a corrective measure in their future assignment. So, therefore, to take an appropriate decision in each case, the observation reported by the technical reviewer, financial reporting review groups, and the office are classified into 3 categories, that is, high, medium, and low. Why it is necessary? Because this will play a crucial role in or critical role in the evaluation parameter. So, the observations reported are classified into 3 categories: high, medium, and low. High means material non-compliance affecting true and fair view of the financial statements, due to which the case is being referred to the regulators. Medium means there are non-compliances but do not affect true and fair view of the financial statement, for which we issue the advisory to the auditors. And low means there is either no non-compliances with regard to that particular observation, or the reported observation is immaterial. And in case all the observation of a case are of low nature, then that case is filed by the board. So it is clear that the preliminary review of financial statements, as conducted by our technical reviewers, forms stage 1 of the board's 3-tier review mechanism. And when this review is well reasoned or well supported, it plays a crucial role in shaping the overall review conclusion and the decision of the board. So, recognizing the importance of this contribution, board initiated a practice of sharing its review on each observation with its concerned technical reviewers. And this initiative enables our reviewers to understand the board's perspective and thereby guiding them in their future assignments. so that they can the future assignments that will be submitted by them, they will note down all these that the board's perspective for those observations. And in continuation of these efforts and considering the significant role of our technical review plays, it was felt that a structured and transparent evaluation mechanism should also be in place. And the purpose of this evaluation is not merely to assess the performance of a technical reviewer, but also to recognize their efforts and identify their strength and areas of improvement that may promote consistently quality across all reviews. So kindly take it as a developmental process and not as a punitive assessment. And to achieve this, a comprehensive evaluation framework has been developed, which will be implemented through FRRB web portal. And this framework is designed to be data driven and would be automated through the data given to the portal. And the board can effectively monitor, support, and enhance the contribution of its reviewer by taking the report from the web portal. Accordingly, the objective of today's webinar is to walk you through this newly structured evaluation framework. So I'll now share the relevant file with you. So this is the evaluation criteria at a glance that will be used to assess the performance of our existing technical reviewers. After this, we will discuss the criteria in details, and then criteria A will be explained through certain case studies. So the framework is structured around three main parameters with a total score of 100 points. Here is how it is broken down. Accuracy and participation. First criteria belongs to accuracy and participation, and it has two key parameters: TR correctness ratio and participation ratio. TR correctness ratio is of 25 points. TR participation ratio is also of 25 points. And this section, criteria A, is the most heavily weighted section, accounting for 50% of the total scores. Now come to criteria B, timeliness. Timeliness is another important factor, contributing up to 20 points in the total. And it includes two key parameters: timely submission of the report and timely acceptance of assignments. So timely submission of report having 15 points and timely acceptance of assignment is of 5 points. Criteria C belongs to quality of the report. This section focuses on the quality of report submitted and carries 30 points. And it has four key parameters. The first parameter is completeness of matter contained in annual report. It comprises that whether all relevant abstracts from annual report has been included by reporting the observation or not. If all the matter contained in annual report correctly reported in the report, then the 5 points will be awarded. Second parameter is completeness of technical or supporting requirements. It also has it ensures that the observation is technically supported and all the applicable technical requirement has been reported in the report. So if it is correctly reported, the 5 points will be awarded for the same. Criteria 3 is correctness of technical requirements. This evaluates the correctness of technical requirements mentioned against each observation. So if it is correct, 10 points will be awarded. And drafting and clarity of the observation. This is the fourth parameter and also having 10 points. So this looks at how clearly and effectively the observations are communicated. So if it is clear, effectively the observation has been reported, then the 10 points will be awarded in this category. Now coming to the grading key, based on the total score out of 100, reviewer will be graded as follows. Like if the score will be between 75 to 100, that is more than 75%, then it will be rated as excellent. And if the score is between 50 to 74, then it will be graded as good, and below 50 would be graded as average. So this structured approach not only brings transparency, but also helps in identifying the strengths and areas of improvement. Now coming to the detailed evaluation criteria of TR. So firstly, I would like to explain criteria A, which is having highest weightage in the total scorecard. Accuracy and participation, it has two parameters, TR correctness ratio and TR participation ratio. So the TR correctness ratio is the ratio that measures the accuracy of the technical reviewer's observations. It indicates the proportion of their observations that are correct. That means how many of the TR's observations were actually agreed upon by the board. To calculate this ratio, the formula is Z by X here. Z is the total observation of TR that is agreed by the board, and X is the observations reported by the TR. So it is calculated by the dividing the number of agreed observation of TR to the total TR's observation. For example, TR reported 10 observations, and out of 10, board agreed on 6 observations only, and 4 observations were dropped. So the ratio will be 6 upon 10, that is 60%, and score will be 60% of 25, that is 50. Here I am not considering the weightage of H and M category observation. For explanation of weightage part, we'll take you through certain case studies later on. So this is the simplest way to explain how this ratio will be derived. However, for the filed cases where there is either no non-compliance or the non-compliance was not so material to be reported, so for filed cases, a more lenient approach is adopted by the board, as the financial statement of these cases are considered to be of good quality. Accordingly, a deduction-based formula will be used starting from 25 points, that is the highest marks in this category, and 0.5 will be deducted for each L category observation, that is dropped by the board. So if there are 4 observations are dropped, so 25 minus 0.5 multiplied by 4, that is 2. So the score will be 25 minus 2, that is 23 scores, in case that case is filed. Now come to participation ratio. This ratio has the weightage of 25 points, and this ratio quantifies the proportion of total observation in a case contributed by a technical reviewers. So to derive this ratio, the formula is x upon x plus y. Here x is equal to observation raised by TR, and y is equal to agreed additional observation of FRRG and or the board. So the numerator would be observation raised by TR, and the denominator would be numerator plus agreed additional observation of FRRG and or the board. Again, material observation earn more weightage. So for material observation affecting true and fair view, 20 points for each observation, and observation not affecting true and fair view, it carries 7 points for each observation. This is for the additional observation raised by FRRG and the board. Now come to criteria B, timeliness. This criteria includes 2 parameters, that is timely submission of report and timely acceptance of assignment. So first of all, it would be checked whether TR report submitted within due date, that is the 45 days of the acceptance of the assignment. So if the TR reports are submitted within due date, the 15 points will be assigned, and if not, the negative marking by 0.5 point multiplied by number of delayed days, that is delayed days, that is 0.5 points will be deducted per delayed days. So, and if the report is not submitted within 30 days after the due date, so assignment will be withdrawn automatically by the system. And timely acceptance of assignment, whether TR accepted their assignment within 3 days of receiving the allotment mail. So by doing so, he can earn additional 5 points. Since timeliness is essential for smooth workflow, the system encourages punctuality and positivity score, and discourages delay through reasonable deduction. That's why the deduction points is given for the delayed submission of report. Now come to criteria C. It belongs to quality of report and have the weightage of 30 points. So this section evaluates the overall quality and completeness of the TR's report. First, this section also has 4 key parameters. First is completeness of matter contained in annual report. Second is completeness of technical supporting requirement. Third is correctness of technical requirement, and fourth is drafting and clarity of observation. So in first parameter, whether all relevant abstract from annual report has been included while reporting the observation. So that would be checked for each observation, and accordingly the marks would be awarded out of 5 points. Second is completeness of technical supporting requirement. So whether all the applicable technical requirement has been reported in the observation reported by TR. If all the technical requirement has been properly reported in the report, 5 points will be awarded for the same. Third point will check whether the technical requirement mentioned by the technical reviewer was correct or not. So if it was correct, it would be correct, then the 10 points will be awarded. And fourth point would be the drafting and clarity of the observation. So again, whether the observation has been clearly or effectively drafted or communicated in the report or not. So if it is clearly drafted or communicated properly, it would be awarded with 10 points. So this section also has 30 points, timeliness has 20 points, and criteria A, that is contribution and participation, would have 50 points. So This is the grading part. The grading key is same as we saw in the at a glance report. So for understanding of criteria A, I would like to take you through certain case studies. This is the how the correctness ratio and participation ratio will be calculated by the system. This portion will show the correctness ratio, and this is the TR section, whether the TR reported how many H observation, M observation, L observation reported by TR, total observation reported by TR, numerator and denominator according to the weightage of this observation. This is the maximum score, that is 25, and the score that is secured by the TR in different case studies. This is the correctness ratio rating. Out of 22, the score from maximum score, then the correctness ratio will be derived and the rating would be assigned under the correctness ratio. Next section is participation ratio. It has two parts: observation reported by FRRG, and the next one is observation reported by board. These are the additional observation from the FRRG and the board. So these are the category HML from FRRG, and this is the H and M observation by the board. The weightage assigned to them is H observation would be weightage of 20 points, M would have 7 points, and L would have 1 marks. Numerator and denominator based on the weightage of FRRG additional observation. This is the maximum score, 25, and the score that will be awarded to the TR under the participation ratio. Based on the score secured by the TR, this participation ratio percentage will be derived and the TR rating will be derived. This is the total section, that is the aggregation of correctness ratio and the participation ratio. Total score, that is the aggregate of score secured under correctness ratio and the score secured under participation ratio, that would come here, and the overall percentage would be derived here, and the final rating would be derived here for criteria A. Now I'm taking case study one by one. In case study 1, TR reported 6 observations, and all the 6 observations were dropped by the board, and the case was filed. So here, the deduction based formula would be applied. Total marks is 25. Out of 25, 0.5 for each wrong observation would be deducted. So here 6 observations were wrongly reported. So 6 multiplied by 0.5, it comes to 3. So 25 minus 3, it comes to 22. And the correctness ratio rating would be 88%. That is 22 upon 25. And TR would be rated as excellent in this category for the correctness ratio. And since there is no additional observation from FRRG and the board, so the maximum score will be secured by the TR, that is 100%, and aggregation of score would be 47 out of 50. So the total percentage would be 94%, and the TR would be graded as excellent in this category. Now come to second case study. In this case, TR reported 20 observations. All 20 observations were dropped by the board because all were immaterial or there is very minor issues in those cases, those observations. So here again the deduction base would be applied. So 25 is the maximum score minus 0.5 for each wrong observation, that is 0.5 multiplied by 20. It's 10. So 25 minus 10 is equal to 50. And 15 divided by 25, that comes to 60%. So the TR would be rated as good under the correctness ratio. And since there is no additional observation from FRRG and the board, so the TR participation is the 100% because there is no additional observation from them. So he secured 100% in the participation category. And the aggregate score would be 40 out of 50. And the final percentage would be, under this criteria A, would be 80%. And TR would be rated as excellent. Now come to case study 3. Here TR reported 9 observations. Out of 9, 6 were the M category observation and 3 were the dropped by the board. So numerator would be 18. That is 6 multiplied by 3. 3 is the weightage for M category observation. So the numerator would be 18, that is the TR observation agreed by the board will get 18, and denominator would be 21 because the numerator plus total TR observation, that is 3 drop observation, would be added here. So 18 upon 21, and the maximum score is 25, the TR will get 21.43, that is 18.21 multiplied by 25. So the score of TR under this correctness ratio in this case study would be 21.43, that is 85.71%, and the TR would be rated as excellent because 2/3 of the observations were correctly reported by him. And there is one additional observation from FRRG and no additional observation by the board. So total additional observation is 1. So out of 7, 6 reported by TR and 1 additional reported by FRRG. So here numerator would be 21, that is total observation reported by TR. Denominator would be 28, that is plus 7, 1 additional observation of FRRG multiplied by 7 of the weightage for M category observation. So numerator would be 21 and denominator would be 28. And the score that TR would get under this category would 21 upon 28 multiplied by 25. It comes to 18.75. So the percentage would be 75%, and TR would be rated as excellent in this category. So here we can see that the accuracy as well as the participation both were maintained by the TR, and accordingly he was rated as, he secured 40 marks out of 50, and the percentage he secured is 80.36% and rated as excellent category. Now come to observation case study 4. Here TR reported 51 observations, and out of 51 observations, 45 observations were dropped and only 6 were agreed by the board. So here numerator would be 18, that is 6 M observation multiplied by the weightage 3, that is 18. Now denominator would be 18 plus 45, that is the total TR observation reported by the TR. Maximum score is 25, and the TR would get 18 upon 63 multiplied by 25, that is 7.14. So his accuracy is very low in this category. So he'll get 28.57% and would be rated as average in the correctness ratio. And since there is no additional observation by FRRG and the board, so the participation ratio would be 100%. So he secured 25 marks in this category, and it would be rated as excellent for the participation ratio. However, the total score will overshadowed by the accuracy ratio. So here he would total score would be 28.57, 7.14 and 25. So he would secure 32.14 marks here out of 50, and that his percentage would be 64.29% and would be rated as good only. So despite of 100% participation, since his accuracy is not appropriate, his overall rating would be go down. Now come to case study 5. Here TR reported 64 observations. Out of 64 observations, 49 observations were dropped by the board and 15 were agreed upon. So the numerator would be 45, that is 15 multiplied by 3, 45, plus 49, 45 plus 49 would be 94, that is the total TR observation. So his score would be 45 upon 94 multiplied by 25, that is 11.97 out of 25, and his percentage would be 47.87% under this category. So he would be rated as average for the correctness ratio. Since again there is no additional observation from FRRG and the board, he would secure 100% marks in this category participation ratio, and total score would be 25 plus 11.97, that is 36.97 out of 50, and his percentage would be 73.94% and would be rated as good. So again we saw that though he has the 100% participation, he captured all the relevant observation in the case, but at the same time he reported certain immaterial observation. I would say that most of the observations were irrelevant, so that's why his overall rating goes down to good. Now come to case study 6. Here TR reported 37 observations. Out of 37, 28 observations were of medium category and 9 were of low category. So the numerator would be 84, 28 multiplied by 3, and denominator would be 93, that is 84 plus 9, that is 93. Now he secured 22.58, that is 84 divided by 93 multiplied by 25, 28.58. So his accuracy is quite excellent here, and his correctness ratio derived to 90.32% and rated as excellent in this case study. Here, FRRG reported 4 additional observations and the board reported 5 additional observations. So the weightage, so the total participation ratio would be affected by this 9 additional observation by FRRG and the board. So numerator would be 93, that is the total observation reported by the TR, divided by 156, that is 93 plus 9 additional observation multiplied by 7, that is 63. 9 multiplied by 7. So 93 plus 63 would be 156. And out of 25, he will get 14.90 marks here. And that is 59.62%. And would be rated, though he would be rated as excellent in the correctness ratio, but for the participation ratio, his rating would be good only. And the total score would be 37.48 and the overall rating would be 74.97% and rated as good. Case study 7. Here TR reported 26 observation. Out of 26 observation, one observation was high category, that he reported a non-compliance which is affecting the true and fair view of the financial statements. So this one observation will have the weightage of 10 points. 15 M category observation that has a weightage of 3 points and 10 drop observation. So the numerator here would be 45, that is 1 multiplied by 10, 15 multiplied by 3. So 10 plus 45, that would be the numerator, 55, and plus for drop of 10 drop observation, so it would be 65 denominator. So out of 25, he'll get 21.15, that is 55 upon 65 multiplied by 25. And the percentage would be 84.62% in this category, and he would be rated as excellent for the correctness of the observation reported here. Now come to participation ratio. In this case study, the FRRG reported 2 additional M observation and board also observed 2 additional observation in the case. So total M observation report, additional observation that reported by FRRG and the board is 4. And 5 drop observation which does not play any role in our evaluation process. So 4 additional observation will discount the TR's performance. So here the numerator would be 65 points, that is the total observation reported by TR. Divide by 93, that is 9 multiplied by 7. 4 multiplied by 7, that would be added in 65 and it comes to 93. So the score that will be secured by TR would be 17.47, that is 65 upon 93 multiplied by 25. And the percentage would be 69.89% and he would be rated as good. So total score would be 38.63, that is 21.15 in this correctness ratio category and 17.47 in participation ratio category. So aggregate would be 38.63 out of 50 and he would be the percentage would be 77.25% and he would be rated as excellent in this category. Now come to 8 case study. In this study, 43 observations were reported by TR and out of 43, 9 observations were of high nature, 15 were of medium nature and 19 were of low nature. So the numerator is 135 by applying the weightage of high, medium, low observation, that is 9 multiplied by 10, 90, 15 multiplied by 3, 45. It comes to 90 plus 45 is equal to 135 and 135 plus 19 for drop observation. Denominator would be 154. Out of 25, the TR would get here 135 upon 154 multiplied by 25 and it comes to 21.92 marks. So the percentage would be 87.66% and he would be rated as excellent in this category. However, though he has identified 9 H category observation, but he missed 2 H category observation that was observed by FRRG and 1 observation identified by board. So TR missed 3 H category observation and 6 medium category observation and therefore his participation ratio would be reduced. So here the numerator would be 154, that is the total observation reported by TR, and it would be discounted by adding the additional observation by FRRG. So 3 multiplied by 20 plus 6 multiplied by 7 for the additional observation of FRRG, and it would be added in numerator, that is 154, and it comes to 256. So out of 25, he will get 15.04, that is 154 divided by 256 multiplied by 25. So the score would be 15.04 here, and the participation ratio would be 60.16%, and the TR would be rated as good in this participation ratio. And his aggregate of correctness ratio and participation ratio would be 36.95, and the aggregation of its score would, in terms of percentage, would be 73.91%, and he would be rated as good. Because he missed out the critical observations, so that's why his excellent, though he was excellent in correctness ratio, but since missing of the critical or M nature observations, rated down his overall rating. So TR need to take care of all the critical and medium level observations, and should report all the observation in the case. Now come to ninth case study. There are 24 observations that reported by TR. Out of 24, 19 were of medium level observation and 5 were of low category observation. So the numerator would be 57, that is 19 multiplied by 3. This is the weightage for M category observation. And 57 plus 5, that is the drop observation, comes to 62. So the TR will get here 22.98 out of 25, that is 91.94%, and TR would be rated as excellent in this category. Here we can see that the FRRG have observed one additional M observation, and board observed 3 H category observation in this case. So TR missed 3 H category observation and 1 M category observation. So though his correctness ratio was excellent, but his participation ratio would go down due to this missed of 3 critical observation and 1 medium level observation, because it would impact the decision of the board also. TR didn't reported the critical observation, due to which the case may be referred to regulator, affecting the true and fair way of the financial statement. So the numerator here would be 62, that is the total observation reported by TR, plus 3 H observation multiplied by 20, and 1 M observation multiplied by 7, and 62 plus 60 plus, it comes to 129. So TR would get here 12.02 marks, that is 62 divided by 129 multiplied by 25, and the percentage would be 48.06% under the participation ratio rating, and he would be rated as average under the participation ratio. His total score would be 35, and 35 out of 50, it would be 70% in this category, and he would be rated as good. So though he was excellent in correctness ratio, but the participation ratio has overshadowed its overall rating. Now come to case study 10. Here TR reported 38 observation. So 38 out of 38 observation, 3 were of H nature, 18 were of M nature, and 17 were of low category observation. So numerator would be 84, that is 3 multiplied by 10, 18 plus 18 multiplied by 3, it comes to 84, and denominator would be 101, that is 84 plus 17 comes to 101, and his score would be 20.79, that is 84 divided by 101 multiplied by 25, and his overall percentage would be 83.17% in this category, and it would be rated excellent for the correctness ratio. His accuracy was excellent in this category. However, at the same time, he missed certain H or M category observation, which was later identified by the FRRG and the board. So he missed 1 H observation and 15 medium level observation in this case. So the numerator would be 101, that is the observation reported by TR. Denominator would be 226, that is 101 plus 1 multiplied by 20 plus 15 multiplied by 7 is equal to 226. So 101 upon 226 multiplied by 25, he'll get the 11.17 under this participation ratio. and this is the 44.69% and would be rated as average in this category. His aggregate score, that is the aggregation of correctness ratio plus participation ratio, would be 31.96 out of 50 marks. That is 63.93%, and he would be rated good. So you can see then again missing of certain critical observation or medium level observation, medium level observation rated down his grading. So he was accurate in reporting the observation, but missing of certain critical observation rated reduce his rating. Now come to case study 11. Here TR reported 27 observation. Out of 27, 14 were of medium level observation and 13 were dropped. So numerator is 42, that is 14 multiplied by 3. Denominator would be 55, that is 42 plus 13, 55. He secured 19.09, that is 42 upon 55 multiplied by 25, and his percentage would be 76.36%. And again, accuracy is excellent in this category. However, TR missed 4 H observation that was identified by FRRG and 7 medium level observation that again identified by FRRG. So the numerator here is 55 observation reported by TR divided by observation reported by TR plus additional observation reported by FRRG, that is 4 multiplied by 20, 7 multiplied by 7 plus 55 comes to 184. So out of 25, TR would get 7.47 only. This is 29.89%. And he would be rated average under this category. His aggregate score would be 26.56 out of 50. And his percentage, aggregate percentage under criteria A would be 53.13%. He would be rated as good in criteria A. Now come to case study 12. Here TR reported 33 observation. Out of 33 observation, 14 were of M nature, 19 were of drop nature. So the numerator would be 42 again, 14 multiplied by 3, medium level, weightage of medium level observation. Denominator would be 61, that is 42 plus 19 is equal to 61. Now the TR will get 17.21 marks here, that is 42 upon 61 multiplied by 25, and his percentage would be 68.85%, and he would be rated as good under this category. Here TR missed 2 additional observation that was later on identified by FRRG and 19 medium level observation that again identified by FRRG. So he missed total 2 H observation and 19 plus 6, 25 medium level observation. So numerator would be 61 total observation reported by TR divided by 276, that is 61 plus 2 multiplied by 20 and plus 25 multiplied by 7, it comes to 276. So his score out of 25 would be 5.53 only. Due to missing of 2 H observation and 25 medium level observation, he secured just 5.53 out of 25. So his percentage would be 22.10% under the participation ratio, and his aggregate score would be 22.74 out of 50, that is 45.48%, and he would be rated as average under this category. Now come to case study 30. Here TR reported 15 observation. Out of 15, 7 were of M category observation, 8 of L category observation. So numerator is 21, denominator is 29. Out of 25, he'll get 18.10 marks, that is 72.141%, and he would be rated as good. Here again, he missed a H category observation, that is 1 observation, and 21 medium level observation he missed to report in his report. So the numerator is under participation ratio, numerator is 29, denominator is 29 plus 20, that is for H observation, and plus 21 multiplied by 7, and it comes to 196. So his score would be 3.70 only out of 25, and his percentage would be 14.80. So he would be rated as average under this category, and his aggregate score would be 28.80, and aggregate percentage would be 43.60%, and would be rated as average under criteria A. Now come to case study 40. Total TR observation is 20. Out of 20, only 16 were of M category and 4 were of drop. So numerator is 48, that is 16 multiplied by 3. Denominator would be 52, 48 plus 4, and he secured 23.08 marks out of 25. His accuracy is excellent as he secured 92.31%, and FRRG reported 8 additional observation and board identified 1 additional observation. So he missed 9 additional observation in the case, and therefore the numerator is 52 and the denominator would be 52 plus 9 multiplied by 7, that is 115. So out of 25, he secured 11.30, that is 45.22% and the participation ratio. And his aggregate score would be 34.38, that is 68.76%, and he would be rated as good under criteria A. Now, case study 15. Here TR reported 9 observation. Out of 9 observation, 4 were of medium level or 5 are of low nature. So his numerator would be 12, denominator would be 70. Out of 25, he'll get 17.65%, and his accuracy ratio would be 70.59%. Here, TR missed to report 33 medium level observation. So his participation will go down, and he will get just 1.71 marks out of 25 under this category, and his participation ratio would be 6.85 only because he missed 13 medium level observation which had the weightage of 7 points. And the aggregate score would be 19.36%, and his overall percentage under this category would be 38.72%, and it would be rated as average. So I hope this criteria A is clear by going through all these case studies. Now I will take you through the TR evaluation criteria for the new technical reviewers. So this is the criteria whether no review was assigned before assigning any review to the technical reviewer. So this criteria would be based on the nature of work performed by the technical reviewer. So criteria, this is again divided into 3 categories: criteria A, B, and C. Criteria A belongs to how many statutory audits conducted for companies where Ind AS was applicable in last 5 years, that is on or after April 1, 2020. So if the statutory audits conducted 5 or more companies, 25 points will be awarded. If the statutory audits were for 3 or 4 companies, the 20 points will be awarded. And if the audit were conducted for 1 or 2 companies only, so then 15 points will be awarded under criteria A. Then again, how many of the above audits were conducted as signing authority in last 5 years, that is on or after 1st April 2020. So out of these statutory audits, so if 5 or more companies audits were conducted and the reviewer conducted this as a signing authority, then the 25 points will be awarded. And if he signed financials for 3 or 4 companies, then 20 points will be awarded, and for 1 or 2 companies, 15 points will be awarded. So the maximum score under this category would be 25 if the reviewer perform a signing authority for the financial statements. For criteria B, how many Ind AS assignments were carried out in the form of consultant, preparer, reviewers, etc., not involving audit or assurance mentioned above in last 5 years, that is on or after 1st April 2020. So if those Ind AS assignments were carried out for 5 or more companies, 25 points will be awarded. If those assignments were carried out for 3 or 4 companies, then 20 points. And if 1 or 2 companies these assignments are performed, so then 15 points will be awarded in this category. Now come to criteria C. Whether any presentation made of Ind AS or IFRS at ICI events, or reviewers have authored an article on Ind AS, IFRS, or any other similar experience in last 5 years. So mention number of assignments, and if the assignments are 4 or more, 25 points will be assigned, and if the assignments are just 3 or 4, 20 points will be awarded, and for 1 or 2 assignments, the 15 points will be awarded. So the maximum score would be 100, which would be categorized under these 3 categories, and the grading key would be same. If the TR secured 75 or more score in this criteria, he would be rated as excellent. If he falls between 50 to 74, he would be rated as good, and for below 50, it would be rated as average. So I believe that TR evaluation criteria for existing TR as well as the new TR, the criteria is clear. So, and I see that there are certain questions from our reviewers. So let me take them one by one. हेलो नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं So there is a question where the TR is asking whether we are going to share this spreadsheet of grading to us. Yeah, we may share this grading sheet. This is a sample testing of certain case studies. So we will share this case study for your reference. Whether the scores are intimated to the TR, yeah, it is system driven, so the scores will be reflected on your login window for each case reviewed by yourself. One TR is requesting that please share this Excel sheet with us post meeting. Yeah, we do so. One TR is saying that acceptance within 3 days is too short for a busy profession. Need more time for acceptance and completion as the review is sent during the busy season. So we'll take care of this because the 45 days timeline is given. So we believe that it is enough time, but we will discuss it in board and we'll get back to you, sir, in this regard. But 3 days is given for the acceptance only. So once you just need to check whether any conflict of interest is there or not. So if there is no conflict of interest, that assignment can be accepted at least within 3 days of. We are not saying that the assignment should be completed within 3 days, but it can at least be accepted so that we can come to know that there is no conflict of interest and you can perform the review of financial statement of that company. The present scoring is a good initiative of FRRB. Thank you, sir. In some cases, the FRRG has dropped, but board has accepted. Need to enable and representation by TR if required by TR. Can we have a scoring sheet for the previous assignments to self-evaluate? So this evaluation parameter will be started for the from the next council year because this time we have completed almost all technical reviews. So this will be now implemented in the system and would be effective from council year 25-26. So the previous scoring sheet was not available in the system. It would be implemented prospectively, not retrospectively, sir. One TR is asking what is the participation ratio. So the participation ratio is actually the total observation reported by TR divided by total observation reported by TR plus additional observation reported by FRRG and the board. So this participation ratio would measure as to how many the TR participation in the overall observation finalized by the board. So participation ratio reflects this ratio. So I believe the evaluation criteria have been made clear to all the reviewers. Now I request C. Ankita Jain, team member of FRRB, to kindly propose the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Ankita Jain.
मैडम कोई बात नहीं, आप दे दीजिए थैंक्स. अच्छा, शी हैज जॉइन, अंकिता हैज जॉइन.
Ankita,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Ankita, kindly propose formal vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible? Thank you once again to the Chairman and Vice Chairman of FRRB for their valuable guidance, and to all the reviewers of FRRB for your time, dedication, and support. The board deeply values your contributions. We believe that this framework will not only enable us to receive constructive feedback, but will also serve as a pivotal tool for continuous improvement and for enhancing the overall effectiveness of the review process. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, very much.
Together, let us make this a meaningful and impactful step forward. Thank you once again for joining us, all of you.
Thank you very much to all the participants, all the technical reviewers for joining. And in case you still have any queries, feel free to write to the FRRB, and we would be more than happy to respond to your queries. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you, Ankita ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.